Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to another episode on the Decidedly Vanilla server. Heading back to our dye shop because I need to pick up some dyes for myself. And since it's my dyes, I don't have to pay for it. Yippee! We've been getting some sales here, continuing sales, which is great. Mostly the lime green and the green. I think Awuga is using it for his slime farm, so that's pretty neat. And I've been able to stock this place up pretty well. Like we've even filled up all the gray and light gray chests. The ink sacks are still stacks of 8, but I do have a full chest of those, so that's great. The only thing that I don't have full is the green and the green base dyes. Our cactus farm just isn't quite keeping up. We can go take a look at it, see if there's any more down in here. Tons of cocoa beans, all the cocoa beans you could ever want. Yeah, there's only 16, and I guess I'll just take those with me. So we definitely need a bigger cactus farm, and we need a squid farm. Those are something to work on in the future. But today what we're going to do is we're going to start on our house here in Sea Haven, which is much needed. Right now my storage is a mess. It's all spread out. I've got a few chests over in the dye shop. I've got my ship over in the forest over there with a bunch of chests. And then I have a bunch of stuff down in our quadruple spawner, which to the DV members, the new ladder is over here. Also an entrance to the 4x spawner. 4x spawner right there. That is the one that I put in last episode. That goes straight into the spawner. The other ladder is, I think, right here. Yeah, right there. Kind of got covered up by the build, which I figured would happen. So, our house in the middle of... No. Our house is going to be right here on top of this hill. And I've worked out a little layout, worked out some ideas, did some testing in my creative world, and I think this is going to turn out pretty neat. I got some nice ideas, especially this front entrance. I think this is going to look pretty neat. We're going to have a big stone part on this front entrance. It's going to stick out a little bit, and it's going to be great. There's going to be a balcony up on this front part so we can stand out and look over Sea Haven. There's going to be a fireplace right here. Right about here with a chimney going all the way up, and we do have fire spread off so we can actually make a nice fireplace, and it's not going to ruin our build by making us surround it in non-flammable materials. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Oh, and it's also, we got kind of a rounded corner over here. On top of this, there's going to be a tower popping out of the roof. It won't be quite as big as this. It's going to kind of get smaller. But I think that'll look pretty neat. The idea here is I wanted some sort of a fantasy cottage type build is what I was aiming for. And I think the tower sort of adds to that. It'll also be a nice spot to, again, look out over Sea Haven. As well as once we get Elytra, it'll be a nice little takeoff spot to fly down to the town or anywhere else that we need to go. So I am going to grab some blocks. We got a bunch of clays here. We're going to go with green and brown. Those are kind of my favorite colors. We're going to use probably a mixture of terracotta and the clays. And yeah, and then we're going to use a bunch of stone as well. And some andesite and some dark oak logs for the framework. So I'm gonna get building here, and we'll see what we can make here. Well, hi there, Mr. Spoider. Just hanging around. That's cool. Alright. So we have ourselves a house, and I love the way that it turned out. I think this looks amazing. That didn't work. Let's get up here. It looks pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. I love the front entrance there. That stone with the little circle there, the window. And we have our chimney over here, our balcony on the front, and our tower. The tower is beautiful. I love it. It works. It works so well. So let's take a look around real quick. We can see what's going on here. There's still quite a bit of work to do. The main structure is built, but there's still lots of like detailing that I want to do to get this thing into ship shape, into house shape. For one thing, I want to do some terraforming around here. As you can see, the house is pretty high off the ground over here, so I think I'm going to build up the land a little bit. It doesn't need to be all the way, like the ground doesn't need to be flat around the house, but I think it needs to be up higher, so we don't have such a big wall foundation over on that side. And then I think I'm going to dig some of this down as well. I might even just flatten this on the back, just take it all down to like this level. That way we could have a nice backyard area. I could put a door somewhere in the back here and have it open up to, I don't know, maybe some sort of garden or something. I've already gotten some help from creepers. I don't know where they're coming from. Every once in a while, like it'll be daytime and I'll just come over here and I'll be crafting something and then a creeper will explode. They don't hurt me at all. Like I barely take any damage, maybe half a heart of damage, so they're not close enough to actually hurt me, but they keep destroying the terrain, and I'd be mad if I wasn't planning on taking this out already. So yeah, pretty cool. Also, I don't like these big flat walls. We need to do something with that, and I don't like how this just comes straight down, and it's just, there's a lot of flatness to this build, and so I do want to add some more depth, some more character to this. One thing we could do is we could take out parts of these walls, and I don't know, we could do something like this and just kind of add a little, I don't know, add something to it, something that'll add a little bit of depth, a little bit of a texture change. Maybe even, let's see, what if we did something like this? Could work as well. Just like this pillar of stone, keeping it up. Also, I don't know if we'd want to do stone up there. That might work. Something up where it meets with the second floor, especially here. I think this would look good, having something like that. I don't know if I'll use the cobblestone there. Maybe we'll use some dark oak or maybe some spruce to add some highlights. Spruce wood might look pretty nice. I don't know if I have any spruce over here. I do. All right, let's craft some stairs real quick. Just make a bunch of those and make some stairs. My inventory is full. Great. Let's just put some of this stuff away. And stairs. All right. Let's grab those. So we could put some stairs here maybe for some detail. They do sort of go with the end of the log there. I think this one will keep stone, but I think we'll use stone brick. Or should we have it go the other way, maybe? Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Have those, whoops. Those like right there, facing that way. Could look pretty neat. Let's try this with the spruce stair. That could work. And I think I want to face this log outward, and then we could do something like that as well. And maybe even here. And put this log facing out again. That just adds a little bit of a highlight there. It's a little bit brighter than if we put just like dark oak. That would blend in quite a bit with the logs. I don't know if we want one there though. But just little things like that, something to break it up. I need to put in some windows. So I'll have to raise up this terrain and figure out that we could maybe stick a window up there. Maybe. All of this is probably fine. We can put a window here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I guess it depends too on how the interior works out, which we can go take a look. I have done some planning on how I want this place to lay out. So when we come in here, I think I'm going to put the staircase over on this side. I think I like it there. We'll have a kitchen area back here where we can put some furnaces, water source, chests, maybe brewing area. Over here, this is going to be our fireplace. That's where the chimney is. So we'll have a fireplace here. Maybe I'll just mark out. I meant to use stone brick, but we'll put some stone brick here. So yeah, the fireplace will be in here somehow. Something like that. I guess we'll have to maybe bring this out all the way. And I might even bring this out one more block. Especially since that brown clay is there, which we kind of want there. So that we have that brown clay behind the behind that stair there. And that will allow us to make like a nice mantle there as well. So we might do something like that, bring that stone up, add some detail to this, obviously have some fire back there. So this will be kind of our main living room, kind of a sitting room. I'm not entirely sure what I want back in this corner. Upstairs, we're going to put, I think I'm going to have my bed over here. This will be our bedroom area. And then enchanting up here, I think I'm going to put a table there and some bookshelves along the walls on the sides there. And this will be just a balcony so you can kind of look down. I might even cut this off a little bit farther back so you can see a little bit more down there. And then we have a third floor. And this will just be general or some storage. It won't be my main storage. It'll probably just be decorative. My main storage is going to be downstairs or in a basement, which I guess I might just put the stairs here to a basement. That would make the most sense since I have the stairs over on that side anyways. So we won't store anything that we really need up here. It's just going to be, we might just have some chests around for decoration. And then over here we have the tower. And I'm going to put a spiral staircase to that. How do we want to do this? If you don't know, this is a pretty neat way to make a staircase, a spiral staircase. You have a log or, a block in the middle, and then you make all of these little L's. And it's kind of hard to see here. Let's actually take this out. What you need is a space this big. Let's see. I'll just mark it out right here and then we'll take a look at it. So you need a space like this around the log. So it'll be 2 blocks out from the middle. And then it's like 3 on each side. So 3, and then the corner's missing, 3, corner's missing, 3, and corner's missing. Just like that. And then you just go around the log with different L shapes and raise them up half a block each time you go around. So we'll start here. It doesn't really matter how you start. Pretty much any L shape is going to work. You could do it like that. We could do it like, we could do it back here. All of those are going to work as far as I know. So let's see, I had it like that, right? And then we'll just go up half a block. We'll make another L shape. And you do have to, once you get the first one down, you have to go in a specific order. So we want to make sure that there's a block back in this corner. And then we have an L shape like that. And then we need to fill in these 2 blocks. So we'll do those 2 and then that one. And then we need, one to go wrap around here. So we'll do an L shape like that. And then an L shape like this. So again, you just kind of have to see how it works out. You want to make sure that there's blocks on the outside there. And that kind of determines how you do it. So again, here we have those 2 blocks missing out there. So you need to have an L shape like that. And then here, you would do that. And then since we have those 2 out again, we'll put those there. And we're getting a little skinny here, which I think these blocks, yeah, they're taken out as high as we can get. So once we get to this point, we're just gonna go up around the log in a one wide little staircase. Whoops, that's not the block that I wanted. So we'll do something like that. Actually, once we get to here, then we kind of run out of headroom. So I'm gonna take that one out, and I think I'm gonna bring those logs there. And I don't have any on me. I could make some. I need some ladders. That's not gonna be, I think it will. We don't need, yeah, we just need a few ladders. Also a trap door. So let's get that made. So we'll have a ladder there and a trap door, I guess, on that block. So we can get up into the tower there. And this is the top of the tower, so pretty neat. Can see pretty far. It's not very safe. I don't have a railing all the way around just because I'd have to make this platform a little bit wider, and I didn't really want to do that. But we can see Sea Haven pretty well from up here, which is nice. Very nice. And we can head back down here, go around the staircase. I'll bring these blocks down. There's a lot of like holes everywhere. This is kind of how whenever I build a house, I usually try and like with the exterior blocks, I usually put like the minimum number of blocks possible. So like all of these blocks you can see from the outside. What happened? Oh, I guess my inventory is full. So every single block you see in here, you can see from the outside and are kind of necessary. So these are all the blocks that need to be here. And that just kind of informs me on the amount of space that I have to play around with. So like I could have just filled all this in, because eventually I probably will. But until we get to the finishing of this house and putting the details in, I want to leave those open, because maybe I want to put like bookshelves up there or some other decorative block. And I know that I can do that, you know, those blocks aren't needed for the outside because they're empty right now. So that's just kind of how I go about things. Leave lots of spaces, and then at the end I can go in and clean those up, finish them up, make this place look nice. Oh, and here's the balcony. I don't think we've been out here, but a nice little area. Maybe I'll put like a little table with some chairs out here, and you can see Sea Haven from down there. It looks like Thumper's working on his house. That's pretty cool. I like it. But anyways, I think that is going to do it for today on the Decidedly Vanilla server. I'm pretty happy with the amount of progress we got going on. I'm going to keep working on this place and do that terraforming, work on some of the details on the outside, and we can start really honing in the interior as well. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like down below. You can follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. Links for those are down below. And also, if you really enjoy the channel, you can support me over at patreon.com/theSirhc. But anyways, we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.